Hi, it's Will from stormthecastle.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a small fantasy dagger, a Kriss style dagger out of wood, something that's maybe about 3 or 4 inches long. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually model it after this dagger here. So we're going to make a miniature one like this out of wood, which is a pretty fun project, and I'll show you the way to do it. What you're going to need is some glue. You're going to need some basic carving tools, whatever you got, X-Acto knives, a few different little carving tools, and I picked these up for like $5 at an arts and crafts shop. You're going to need a drill, some drill bits, a little saw, some sandpaper, maybe a ruler just to measure things. And you're going to need 3 pieces of wood. A dowel for the handle, a square for the hand guard, and then a flat for the blade. And you're going to assemble these 3 together. And so, nice little project. It's going to be fun, and you could use it as just a little piece on your desk, or you could use it as a piece of jewelry if you wanted to. A little gift giveaway to somebody. This is a fun little dagger. Okay, the dagger assembly is complete here. What I've done is I've whittled down the handle a little bit, so I've got this much space, about 1 inch on the end there. That goes through the hand guard, and then right into the sword, the blade, like this. See it? So that's the assembly. Now, I don't recommend you assemble it first. You should carve all your pieces first, and when you're done carving it, then you can glue them all together. And then, okay, now I'm going to turn that handle. You can see it's got some nice decorations in it, just like the original. And what I've done here, and this is something not for kids. You got to get an adult supervision for this, and you should use a lathe, but you can rig up a drill like this, and you have to absolutely wear safety glasses for something like this. You always turn away from yourself so the turn is away from your cutting tool. So then you do this, and now you can just steady your hand and apply your cutting tool and start to make cuts in that, like this. The next thing you do is you mark up your 4 pieces of wood. Is the hand guard, the blade, the sheath, and all the dark areas are what's going to be cut away when I whittle it. And this is actually doesn't go all the way through. This is going to be a narrow channel that I just whittle out on both of them, the same exact thing on both of them. So when I whittle it out, you can fit the blade, but this will I'll cut all of this off. So what happens is when you put these 2 together, it will cause a channel here that you can fit your blade into. And what the best thing you should do about that is wait until you've carved your blade, so you have a nice template you can put on there and slowly carve it to fit right. See, like that. Because I'm using balsa wood, this is actually going to be pretty easy. But be safe when you're doing something like this, please. And this is something that should not be done by children, and so you should always have adult supervision with something like this, using sharp tools or the drill. So let me show you a couple of things here. I've carved the blade, the rough shape of the blade, and what I usually like to do for something like that is work only one dimension at a time. See, it's still very thick, but I carved out the shape of the blade, and now next I'm going to start carving it this way to make it thinner. And you can see that this blade gets thinner. It's thick up the top here, and it gets thinner towards the bottom. And when you're making the sheath, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this chiseling tool to chisel out this furrow here so the sheath can fit inside, like this. When I put these, I'll put a furrow in this one and in this one, and then when you put them together, you've got a hole in the end that you can put the dagger in. But if you're having a lot of trouble with that, or you don't have the tools, you can do something like this. You take your 2 pieces, and you put a piece like that, and you glue it. You glue those pieces there. And then you glue the whole assembly together, and now you've got a nice little gap that you can put your dagger in, something like that. So you can tinker with that if you want. A couple of things. You can use a lot of different tools for this. A nice rat tail file here works really well on that wood to help make those curves. Sandpaper works really well, so use whatever tools you need to use to get it done. And this, I'm going to carved this too, and this is like got little snake heads on it, so which are kind of nice. Okay, I'm just about finished up with this dagger, and I wanted to show you what I got. I got it pretty much all carved up. I could do a little more, but I'm pretty much done. Here's the sheath here, and you put this. These will be glued together like this, and then the dagger will go right inside. Now, don't glue it together until you actually assemble the dagger, which I'm going to do right now. Alright, so you assemble the dagger up real good, and then try it. Make sure it works fine. Glue it, let it dry, and then try it inside and make sure it works fine. I have complete plans for this and pictures and the painting, and I have a template if you want to make this little dagger here. I have a template so that you can print it out and then use that as a guide for your wood carving. And I have this little set of wood carving tools here. They cost me like $12, I think, which is pretty nice. If you're thinking about wood carving, I recommend you get yourself a nice little set. $10, $15, something like that, just with some basic tools. Like this furrowing tool is very nice. It has a curve in it, so you can actually just cut wood out like that, which is kind of nice. I just wanted to show you here that I ended up making a couple more of the little miniature daggers. Came out pretty good. And there's a penny there to show you the scale, to give you an idea. So these could actually be nice little necklaces or something, you know. You could hang them on a chain, especially this little one. Okay, there's the finished daggers. I just wanted to take a quick look.